Hey there, I'm Denise Drews. Welcome to Total Body Conditioning. So today we are going to use just a stability ball and a mat. And we're going to do a 15-minute workout that's going to get your core real good. All right. So go ahead and start sitting on the ball. Get on the ball. Arms out for balance. Kind of wiggle yourself around a little bit, and we're just going to march in place. So using the hip flexors, kind of checking in with balance right here. And then we're gonna slow that down. Lift one knee and lift the other. As you're doing this, I'd like you to feel your sitting bones right on the ball, your low belly in nice and tight. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bring one leg up and hold. Arms overhead. Challenge your core. Switch feet. One foot up. Hold. Awesome. Go ahead and lower your arms down to the sides. So we're going to start with some crunches. You want to lower your hips down so they're a little bit lower than your shoulders. Fingertips behind your head, and then we'll lift and lower. Okay, so that's going to get us started, but it's not going to take us where we want to go. So this is the easier version. To make it harder, your hips come up on top of the ball just a little bit more. Super important that you keep your navel pulling in, so you can bring your hand to your belly and just see if those muscles kind of want to push out as you lift, and don't let them. Each time you lift, you're going to exhale. All right, let's mix it up a little bit. Pulse 3, 3, 2, 1, lower down. 3, 2, 1, down. And 3, 2, 1, down. Lift up and hold, navel to spine, hands on top of the thighs. Reach for your kneecaps. So now you're sitting up a little higher. If we do this right, our abs, our core is going to be sore tomorrow. A little 15-minute routine you can throw before or after anything else. After a run, after your walk, your bike ride. Pulse it up for 3. 3, 2, 1, and down. 3, 2, 1, and down. One more time. And release your hips down to the floor. Flip around and put your feet up on top of the ball. Take your feet a little bit wider. Your knees can come out a little bit. Hands behind the head, and then we'll cross over. Cross side to side. So once again, that's the easy version, and you can keep that just like this. To make it a little harder, heels on top, knees closer together. Remember the good old rule of thumb, exhale on exertion. So as you exert the effort, exhale. Really squeeze in those obliques, the muscles on the side of your body. All right, one more challenge. Feet closer together. Pull one knee in, pull the other knee in. So you're alternating, and if you want, you can crunch with that. You can cross with that. Keep breathing. If that's not working well for you, keep your feet on the ball and just keep twisting side to side where we started. All right, let's give that a little breather. Legs on top, arms stretched out. Fill your belly with breath. Empty it out. And then grab your legs, pull yourself up. You can just kind of straddle that ball. We're gonna come around to our knees. All right, this next one, kind of fun, called a rollout. So I'm gonna start you easy and then we'll make it harder as we go. So hands on top, roll your hands and your hips kind of come back over your heels. So that's gonna be easy level. It's actually a really nice chest stretch, not quite as hard for your core. To make that a little bit harder, start with your hands forward and you're gonna roll your elbows to the top of the ball and back. You have your elbows a little bit wider, it tends to hold that ball with a little more stability. And you wanna let your hips sink forward so that you're in kind of a kneeling plank on these rollouts. The farther out you go, the harder it is to bring that ball back to you. Pay attention to your low back. If you go too far, you'll feel strain in that low back, and we don't want to feel strain. It's okay to feel a little bit of work, right? But we don't want to strain that low back. You remember back in the day when we had those little ab wheels? Everybody had one by their TV, little handle and little wheel. Well, guess what? They're back. I've been seeing those in stores lately. Let's do 2 more. And let that ball come out away from you. Drop your head below your arms, drop your hips back over your heels, stretch out through the hips. And we'll go ahead and come up. Okay, so this one, we're gonna get into a plank pose. So it's gonna be a little tricky. You want your hands on the outside of the ball, and that's really the challenge, is to hold ourselves here on this ball. My ball could use more air in it. The more firm the ball is, the easier it is to balance. Try feet a little closer together. See what happens. You might notice that your core is shaking like crazy. Step wide, shake out your hands. You're gonna do that again. Again, the wider your hands, the more stable you are, and it really depends on how much air is in the ball, what's gonna happen here. You can bring your feet closer together, and to make it a little more interesting, hip extension. Alternate one at a time. Woo! Oh yeah. You shaking? Make you feel better when the teacher shakes. Step it in, take it out. We'll do one more step. If you want, if your wrists aren't really loving that, you can do elbows. So I'm gonna try that this time and just see. So elbows on top of the ball, feet wide or narrow. Hug in through the low belly. Again, the closer your feet, the more challenge you have with balance. And you could alternate tapping your toes. That's harder. Woo. 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees, sit your hips back, and stretch it out again. Stretch your arms overhead. All right. We're gonna have some fun now. So you need to start with your ball all the way at the back of your mat. And we're gonna put our hips on the ball. So the reason we're starting back is because we're gonna be rolling forward. So with the hips on the ball, let your feet float and do a couple of push-ups here. To be pretty easy with your hips right on the ball. To make it harder, come forward to where the ball is under your thighs. and push-ups there. You can also hold plank pose. Farther still, the ball under your kneecaps. A little bit more challenging, right? And I'm running out of room, so I'm gonna just push the ball back instead of my body forward. You can try plank with shins on the ball or push-ups. Keep it tight, keep it strong. You could go ankles, and let's see. We go toes. We can go toes. I'm gonna come off the front side. You can roll yourself off the back. Take it out a little bit. Woo. All right. We're gonna do a couple more things. That last piece, that was hard, but that sets us up for what we're gonna do now. So once again, start at the back of your mat. Bring your hips up to the ball. Actually, I'm gonna come right here so that it's more my thighs are on the ball. Walk forward. And we're gonna try a roll in. So it's gonna look like this. Knees in, roll out. So you're gonna need to have your knees or your shins on top of your ball. Abs in tight. You can also just hold plank pose. Nice and slow, coming in from your low belly. And if you want to have a whole lot of fun, you can try a pike. Just gonna go back to your feet and pull in, roll out. Pull in, careful, roll out. Woo! Well, one more. And again, I'm gonna come the front side of the ball. Take out your wrists, circle it out. That was fun, huh? So that's probably the most challenging thing I can think of using the ball. I did see somebody stand on one of these once. We're not gonna do that today. But you can work up to that. All right, finish on your back one more time. Feet on top. And we're gonna do a bridge with a roll. So dig your heels into the ball, arms out, come up, roll in, press out, lower down, lift, roll, press, lower, up to tempo, lift, roll, press, down. Abs in tight, really keep that core secure. We got 4 more. Yes, this is for hamstrings. Yes, this is for glutes. Yes, this is for your core. Woo! So fun. Come up and just hold bridge. Really dig in with your heels, squeeze your hamstrings, squeeze your glutes. Abs in tight, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let your legs just roll over the ball. Shake them out a little bit. All right, grip the ball with the side of your feet, squeeze it tight, lift it up overhead, bring your hands under your hips. This is the last thing we're gonna do, so really squeeze that ball tight, head is off the floor. Lower down, lift up, lower down, lift up, hug it in tight. Woo. Really squeeze it. Got some inner thigh going on. You got your abs working, your whole core. Last 4. Woo. Last 3. Last 2. Squeeze it tighter. Last one. And just for fun, catch it. Rock yourself up to a seat. All right, my friends, that was 15 minutes of getting on the ball. I'm proud of you for doing that. Again, stack that workout on the front or back side of anything else you're doing, and have an amazing day.